Days after Rockstar have announced that GTA 6 has been further delayed into late next year, what should we be expecting now in relation to Trailer 3? Well, there's a concern out there from a lot of people worried about a further delay into 2027. I know that sounds absolutely crazy that I've just said that, and we're going to talk about that and so much more in today's video. But real quick, if you guys are new to the channel, welcome on in. Please consider subscribing to Project Vice, like, and of course, turn on those post notifications so you never miss an upcoming GTA 6 upload. Without any further ado, let's get straight into this video. So a few days ago, after the announcement of the further delay into November of next year, Rockstar updated their GTA 6 website featuring the new date of November 19th. And how horrible is it to see this date? It is absolutely so devastating for all of us out there. It really just sucks, even a few days on from now, and it's just... We'll get through it, boys. Not only this, but Rockstar did update their banner on their official YouTube channel page, as well as on Twitter, where it now reflects the new date. And with these changes, it's got a lot of people thinking within the community that now we're probably not going to be getting Trailer 3 or even pre-orders going live anytime soon, because Rockstar didn't come out with any fresh new artwork or even Trailer 3 to reflect the new date. All they did was just update the date on the existing artwork and on the website, like I mentioned earlier. But GameRoll went on to say, I now 100% think we're not getting any more GTA 6 information from Rockstar until at least May. If we want to be schizo, you could maybe look towards a February investors call, but I think that's unlikely. We have a long road ahead. And most certainly we do. The fact that it's over a year away now, 374 days to be precise. I know that sounds so depressing. You can see the reaction from the community in relation to this post. Yeah, it's absolutely just not a good time in the community at the moment. Definitely a very low point. However, moving on from this, on the bright side, there is something positive that did come out following this further delay from Rockstar. And that was some comments made by Tom Henderson, the owner of Insider Game, where he went on a podcast with a few of his other colleagues where they discussed GTA 6 and the probability of it further getting delayed into 2027. This is what he had to say.
I don't think it's going to be delayed again. I think this,
I'm with you.
I mean, we're talking, this is a substantial delay, right? This is another 6 months. And I think even the employee said it in the, I think it was like a GTA forum kind of dealio. He even said that the game is content ready. And from what I've heard, it's been content ready for a very long time.
So this is very reassuring to hear this from someone that is so reputable within the gaming industry, coming from someone like Tom Henderson. It's really positive to hear that at the moment anyways, it doesn't seem like GTA 6 is going to be delayed further into 2027, which is news to my ears. And I'm sure for you guys as well, because that would be absolutely devastating to see any further additional delay once again. So it's great to hear for the moment anyways. For the time being, it seems like Rockstar should be on track. 6-month delay, like Tom Henderson said, a substantial amount of time for Rockstar to polish and finish this game, getting it out of the door so it meets their standards and we get a polished game with minimal bugs upon release. Now, another thing Tom did mention as well was the fact that this game is content ready and has been for some time. Now, for those of you that don't know what content ready or content complete means, a quick Google search tells us that it means that a game has all the core content, levels, characters, and storylines that was originally planned for the final release. And at this stage at the moment, the focus shifts from adding new content to the intensive process of bug fixing, polishing, and playtesting, which based off what Rockstar came out saying, it seems like that's what they're doing at the moment. And also looks like they're hiring additional QA testers, as you can see here under the Quality Assurance and Release Management Department. The role is as follows: identify issues, gather supporting information, and writing comprehensive bug reports. And there was more follow-up from this, with GameRoll coming out saying Tom Henderson just said on the Insider Game podcast that he doesn't think GTA 6 will be delayed again, and it's been content complete for a while now. The focus for the next year will be on making it as perfect and as stable as possible to avoid a Cyberpunk situation, which a lot of us do know at the time back in 2020 when this game first released on the PS4 and Xbox One, it was absolutely atrocious. Everything from poor performance, frequent crashes, and graphical glitches. It was an absolutely disastrous launch, and you would expect that Rockstar would not want that to occur on their end. There was more follow-up with GameRoll saying he also thinks that if there's a single glitch that Rockstar can fix, then the game simply won't come out. Rockstar aren't going to release GTA 6 until it's absolutely perfect. There's no need to worry about the quality of the game itself when it does eventually come out. And there was a reply back to GameRoll's post saying, that's effing batshit insane. No game is ever glitch-free, with GameRoll replying back saying, obviously he's using hyperbole. The point he's making is that it'll be as close to perfect as possible. And that's exactly right. GTA 5 and Red Dead 2, even at launch, experienced bugs, but they were very minimal and they weren't game breaking at all, where you're going through the game's world or something along those lines. So anything that has to do with that, Rockstar will solve before the game launches, and we don't need to worry about that at all. Now, moving on from this, if you guys would have checked out my most recent video, I did sort of briefly go over the fact that Rockstar have been under fire following their mass firings that happened about a week ago or so now. There were various protests that did go on, two in particular outside Rockstar North Studio in Edinburgh, Scotland, and another one outside the Take-Two office in London. And following this, a GTA 6 dev has leaked that Rockstar Games' morale is at rock bottom as protesting heats up. And I did mention this briefly in my last video, but I didn't go into detail about what was said and the potential ramifications that could occur as a result of this. Anyways, the developer started off by saying that it's particularly concerning how many GTA fans are choosing to believe Rockstar and Take-Two's excuses for the recent firings. He further elaborated on the way the 34 developers were fired. We heard at the protest, those that the company had targeted were asked for a short, friendly meeting before being handed a letter stating that they had been terminated. As for the employees not present at Rockstar offices that day, a short phone call was made by HR. The dev, going under the name Organized, continues by saying one of the affected developers had a panic attack when on the phone to HR. In response, HR hung up the phone and ended the phone call. And more follow-up here, apparently the 34 developers were exemplary, trouble-free hard workers that have had careers spanning nearly 2 decades at Rockstar. Their roles covered many different areas of game development, ranging from senior artists to designers, producers, and even department leads. Replacements for these people will not be easy, given their talent and wealth of experience. The source sharing this info claims it will impact making deadlines. Now, just before we continue on with this, firstly, it is absolutely so devastating that these employees lost their jobs, 34 of them. It's absolutely insane. And the fact that a lot of these developers had a career at Rockstar spanning nearly 2 decades in lead roles does make you think that it's going to be quite hard to fill those voids. And if these developers don't get reinstated, and let's say there are new people that do take their roles, how will this impact GTA 6's development? Will the quality be hindered? Especially if there's lack of role clarity, poor communication, or inadequate support for the transition. Could make it extremely difficult, but I guess we just have to wait and see. More follow-up here, going on to say, as we expected, worsening crunch is one of the key issues. Inflexible working arrangements is listed alongside this, and inadequate pay. With this not being addressed by the company and apparent union busting tactics being deployed, current employees are working in fear they'll be fired next. The source says morale in the studio is at rock bottom. They are scared to even acknowledge the protests and situation. And that is extremely worrying. The fact that a lot of these employees at Rockstar feel like they're walking on eggshells at the moment, that is not good at all. This creates a negative work environment where a lot of these employees don't feel comfortable in coming in and working at their respected studios. I think one of the other key things that was pointed out as well is the fact that worsening crunch is one of the key things that was mentioned, which seems like that is becoming more apparent. Now, a lot of you may know that during the development of Red Dead 2, there was severe overtime hours worked by employees, some of them even working up to 100-hour weeks, which sparked widespread controversy and criticism due to the high rate of burnout and pressure to work long hours. Now, considering the game is over a year out from its release at the moment with this further delay, does this mean that as we get closer and closer to GTA 6's release, that the Rockstar higher-ups are going to push the employees to work longer, and in other words, crunch to get this game out? But hopefully with this further delay, the fact that it's an extra 6 months, hopefully this will not occur. One of the last quotes from the employee did say, "When we should be excited about what's to come over the next year, we are now totally deflated and our trust and confidence in others is totally shot. All of our ambition was to make Rockstar a happier, fairer, safer, and more equitable place. That's all. What has happened clearly shows that we care more about the well-being of our colleagues at Rockstar than the company does." So there you go. It is absolutely a horrible time at Rockstar at the moment. The fact that they've had these union bustings, these firings going on, protests, and the further delay to GTA 6 does definitely make a lot of things very, very stressful as Rockstar continue on with the development of getting this game out of the door. Now, moving on to the last topic, Tom Henderson did come out with a post the other day saying some very interesting meetings at other studios this morning following the announcement of GTA 6's delay. With Ben replying back saying, "Microsoft will probably try to move COD to October. There'll be a lot of suspense and marketing in early November. I do think COD 2026 will have very short-lived discussion with GTA Online 2 coming as well." And that is most certainly true. With GTA 6 on the horizon coming out late next year, a lot of these companies will shift their release dates because they don't want to be in GTA 6's way at all. And most certainly Activision will be one of the first companies to do that. Typically, Call of Duty releases that come out every year release around November time. Black Ops 7 is set to come out in actually 4 days as of the recording of this video on November 14th. So if they are smart enough, they'll move their next Call of Duty release, which apparently reportedly is going to be Modern Warfare 4, that is set to come out late next year and apparently is set in North and South Korea. So you would would expect that Activision would probably move the release date of that game from that November usual time to October, early October, something like that, because they definitely don't want to be in the way of the big behemoth, the big juggernaut release of GTA 6. So staying out of Rockstar's way is definitely a smart decision if they choose to do that. But anyways, guys, if you wanted to enjoy this video and found any informative value, please consider subscribing to Project Vice, like, and of course, turn on those post notifications so you never miss an upcoming GTA 6 upload. Also as well, please consider subscribing to Vice Clips, my second GTA 6 channel. The link is down in the description below. There should be some new videos coming up very shortly on that channel, so stay tuned for updates. But anyways, guys, make sure to have a great day, stay safe, and I am out.